Hi, Sagittarius. Okay, so give me a moment to look at what we have here, and we'll get started. So, starting off the month of June for Sagittarius, we're starting with the Strength card. And this Strength card, you can see this woman is gently holding and taming the lion. And the lion is kind of looking up at her, with a happy expression versus a fierce expression. But this is about relying and tapping into your inner strength, because this says that you do have the strength to face whatever obstacles or adversity may pop up for you, and that you're going to have to use your inner strength to reach your goals and to meet your goals or whatever projects or things that you're working toward. And with inner strength, there's a sense of self-control here, because it's not, she's using her instincts and her gentle persuasion to help her through versus force and domination. So this is about using your smarts, I think, because that's a part of being strong as well, of facing whatever may be coming your way. But this tells you that you have the strength to make it through. Just keep the faith in yourself and rely on your own ability to handle situations. So through gentleness, through persuasion, through perhaps compromise, all of those pieces are elements of strength. And then along with strength, we have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles, when we see pentacles, it relates to studies, it relates to finances, career, saving money. But what it really tells us is pentacles are about practical and grounded energy. And pages represent youth and that youthful aspect. So think of it this way. When you see a Page of Pentacles, this is someone who is probably very studious, hardworking, pretty cautious, and cares about the end result of whatever they're trying to accomplish or to achieve. The page, we can always take in the energy of the page, because that's the energy of when you get excited and energized about a new project. It's that eagerness to learn. It's the eagerness to gain knowledge. It's the eagerness to start your journey of whatever it may be and to become more experienced. So often the pages of pentacles can represent news or messages, but in this case, I think it represents an energy. Could be someone youthful in your life that you're going to encounter in your social circle, but the Page of Pentacles is about carefulness and planning. He's not really in action here. He's standing, he's studying, he's observing before diving in. These are all strategies to help reach goals and to help, accomplish things in life. So this page, just think of it, I always use the example of, think of a super senior who is excited about learning how to sail. Approaches sailing as a novice, but has all the desire and the energy to learn how to do it. So this is about taking the best qualities would be to apply yourself, plan, study, make a list, think about it, talk to people who are more experienced to help you. But this is the energy and the excitement and the eagerness to take on new projects and to gain more knowledge for yourself. And fitting in and dovetailing with that quite nicely is the Magician card. And the Magician card is important because we are all magicians. And Sagittarius, you're a magician. And what it is, it's the universe saying, I'm giving you all the resources that you need. You have to manifest the desire. You have to use your imagination. You have to use your creativity. You have to summon whatever it is that you want to build, whatever you want to create, whatever you want to design. That I'm giving you all the tools that you need. But if you let them sit on this table without picking them up and using them, nothing's going to happen. And the magician gives you confidence and faith in yourself as you move through life to make the magic happen and to make things happen for you and to manifest in your life. And so if you're seeking a different career and you want to make that change, you're going to have to put in the steps, you're going to have to do the studies, you're going to have to put in the discipline to make it happen. If you are it's a sense of really confidence in yourself. Excuse me. Confidence in yourself to go forth and to create the life that you want. That's the message of the magician, is that, we all have some tricks in the bag. And with the magician, we have to pull them out and use them when necessary and when needed. So you have that ability to make things happen. And along with that, again, we see some more grounded energy. We see some more practical energy. And with the Knight of Pentacles, again, this can reflect energy that you need. Could reflect someone coming into your life who represents these ideals. But this is another pentacle person who is just standing or sitting on his horse, watching, observing, taking in the information, making a plan before he sets off. And this tells me that you're going to have you're going to be accessing the grounded nature of the pentacles. You're going to be accessing the practical, grounded earthiness of this Knight of Pentacles. And particularly with the pentacles in the Page of Pentacles too. So not only news or enthusiasm for learning something new, but certainly an approach which can be very beneficial. Now, the other side of the Knight of Pentacles, and it's something just to be aware of, is sometimes they are too cautious and too slow moving. So there's a balance to be had. And don't be so caught up in the planning and the list making and the observing that you don't do anything. Because ultimately you have to get in motion. You have to make things happen. So take that with a grain of salt, which is, don't be overcautious. If you have a chance for an investment or to do something, think about it, but make a choice. Just don't sit on your horse all day. And then we have the Star. And the Star comes into a reading when you need time for renewed hope, when you need time for optimism, and when you need time for some stillness, perhaps, and some quiet reflection. This is a card about being vulnerable and laying yourself out there and being cool with that and being comfortable. So she's pouring the water into both pools, and pools kind of represent purity. The water represents purity. She's guided by the Star. This can also reflect a time for you, whether in your career or in your sports league or something, where you're the star. You're shining. You're getting recognized. So there's two kind of paths for this in a reading, which is for you to have some hope within yourself, to rest, to re-energize, to rebalance, to restore, to let yourself be open to whatever may be coming in. It's a sense of vulnerability can be very tricky for some people. And once you're okay with letting people see the bruises and the scars, then I just think it helps you with your self-esteem. It helps with building more confidence. So this is a signal to you for in June to get yourself in the water and refresh and to restore. And if that means going on a nature walk or going to a lake and hanging out or taking yoga or mindful meditation, this is for you to do so that you can restore and rebalance. It's often like it's the calm after the storm. And with that, along with your grounded, practical energy this month, you also have something coming up that is going to require clear communication, clear thinking, logical thinking, and reasonable thinking. Because this King of Swords is a master of intellect and is the power of ideas. And this approach that he has is fair, he's reasonable, he's sharp, not messing around. He's going to look at both sides of an issue. He's going to do his homework. You're going to do your homework. You're going to look at all angles before making a decision. And that the sharp edge of the blade benefits you here. So if you're approaching something that requires a signature, a contract, a tax return, whatever it may be, you have to take the time to do your due diligence and to make sure that you're informed, that you really understand the issues that face you and the consequences and what may result. On the level of maybe meeting someone like this, perhaps you're meeting with an accountant, perhaps you're meeting with a lawyer or a counselor or someone who's going to give you perhaps some very solid technical advice coming up in June. So take that energy. You know, you have a lot of good energy from the magician, from the internal inner strength to the eagerness to learn and to obtain knowledge, and a route to getting there of planning and observing and slowly moving into that phase. Then a sense of restoring and using our logic to help us continue on our journey even more. And along with that, we see the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man, you can see this guy is just hanging upside down from the tree branch, and he seems very comfortable. And it's about letting go, and it's really approaching a situation or a problem or a dynamic that you're having to deal with. You're approaching it from your perspective. And your perspective may not be the same as everyone else's perspective. And that's okay, because it's nice to have people who are independent thinkers. And Sagittarians are idealistic. There's a sense of they're philosophers, they're free-minded, they have ideals. So this is about looking through your lens and trying something new. The sense of sacrifice and the halo, I think, is the sense of peace with the position that you're in, which may not be like everyone else, but it's your position and it's valid and it works for you. And so this is about letting yourself reach in and to put some other ideas into the pot. And you're going to be strong enough if people are critical of you or don't agree with your perspective. You're going to have this inner strength to be able to say, I hold firm to what I'm believing in. And then ending the month of June on a high note. Again, it's the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, it's imagine the universe coming down and shaking your hand or tapping you on the shoulder, saying, now's a good time for you to take your ideas and to take your intellectual property and make it happen. Because this is an opportunity for you to manifest and to bring forth ideas that you have. What do you want to create? What do you want to design? What do you want to build? You are the architect of your life. You are the architect and the master of your dreams. This is saying use those forces of keen intellect and of reason and of logic and get out there and do it. So when we see the blade in this illustration, it's piercing the crown chakra. So again, it's about the mind. It's firm hand on the blade. It gives you the skill and the chance to cut through the heart of the matter or cut through the nonsense or the things that are holding you back. And it gives you the opportunity to look at again, both sides of the cause and effect relationship of what may happen, that you're going to be in a position to make an informed decision because of that. Aces don't last forever, so it's a matter of, it's an opportunity, so you're going to have to come up with something because they're just not waiting every day all the time. So make that decision. If you have something percolating, go ahead and pursue it. So, I think a really good month for you, Sagittarius. And let me just take a look here and see if there's anything that I've missed. We have the Magician, powerful manifestation of your life. Take the action. We have opportunities to rest, to restore, to heal, but to be optimistic. We have super duper pentacle grounded energy that it can help you really make some wise decisions when it comes to money, career, ideas, manifesting ideas. We have some sword energy about clear communication, clear thinking, reason, chances to make something, to build something, to bring forth an idea, and your own perspective. I would say trust your own perspective. Bring your unique lens to the table. So let me pull an oracle card and we'll see what other focus we can gather for the month. And it's purpose. And it seems very in tune and in synchronicity with what we've seen here today, which is about manifesting, creating, using logic, using grounded energies to help you reach and find your purpose. What is your purpose? You know what it is, so go out there and make it happen. It's right in your fingertips, so I think that's awesome. Now, I'd also like to pull a card for, see if we can relate it to love. I don't necessarily see a lot of love in the reading other than the love of self for the star. But let's see what we can learn from this card. Of course. Cupid. So, Cupid, you're sending great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. So, accept love, enjoy it, and perhaps there'll be, there are a lot of opportunities to meet people in June. Get out there, go take a walk on the beach, take a walk on a trail, go downtown, have lunch outside, have a cup of coffee, do some people watching. You just never know who's going to walk through that door, who can change your life. And to build a purposeful life, hopefully will include love. It doesn't always have to be romantic love. It could be love among friends, love for family, but it certainly would be nice to have romantic love. That's the epitome of life, is to share your bounty and your joy and your experiences with someone else. So I hope you have an opportunity to enjoy love, if you're single, to meet someone. But I think it's a really nice reading for June, Sagittarius, and I want to thank you for watching. I know that these readings are a little bit longer than I typically do, so thank you for watching, and I really do appreciate it, and I'm grateful. And if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. That's an easy way to stay in touch and to see future readings and monthly readings as well. So have a great June, and see you again next month. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.